All right, good morning. Happy Thursday to everybody. Our mornings by the day getting less and less comfortable, and unfortunately, that's going to be a trend that follows us into this weekend. And the reason for that, our humidity is increasing. So the really nice, dry, crisp air we've had the past few days, it allows these nighttime temperatures to cool down really easily. And look, still, it was pretty comfortable this morning. We had a lot of, mid, even some low 60s over parts of the metro, and then some upper 50s and low 60s across the hill country, as you can see from our LCRA gauges. But I think after tonight, especially in town for Austin, it's going to be mainly 70s rather than 60s. Here's a look at the high temperature forecast across the state today. It's going to be just as hot as yesterday, except it will feel a little bit hotter because the air is going to just get ever so slightly more humid. So high temperature around 96 or 97 today in Austin. Here's a closer look at the central Texas area, low to mid 90s across the hill country, mid and upper 90s along and east of I-35. And still nothing major has changed. It's a pretty uneventful weather forecast, not just for the next 7 days, but beyond that, 10 days plus. You can see on the model blend, low 70s for mornings, so these 60s and 50s, not going to be as comfortable. And then the afternoons are basically just going to level off in the mid to upper 90s. So temperature-wise, we've already been about this hot. But again, because the humidity is going up, it's just going to feel a little bit more summer-like. And you can see that here on this top mediogram here where the dew point, this green line, rather than dropping down below 60 into like the 50s and 40s, the dew point's going to be above that 60-degree threshold, at least for the next several days. So again, that means we're going to be warmer and muggier. As far as total QPF, it's not really showing anything, but in neither is the Weather Prediction Center's in-house model keeping us completely dry. However, I think we have at least enough for a very small rain chance on Friday and Saturday, and I want to show that to you. Yesterday I made my forecast. I might have got a little overzealous. I put a 20% for Friday and Saturday, and that might be too ambitious, but I think especially southeast of Austin, some rain will be around. So here's the high-res rapid refresh model. Time is up here, so this would be noon today. Today, I don't really have a rain chance, although it's trying to print out a little bit of a downpour there over, say, Bastrop County. But I think mainly it's going to be Friday and Saturday. So here we go into Friday afternoon, and this model's really not showing much. And then likewise on Saturday, we'll have kind of a similar 10 to 20% rain chance. So, yesterday the in-house graph model was being a little bit more ambitious, and that's why I kind of added those rain chances into the forecast. But now looking at some of the new data coming in today, I'm feeling like maybe I jumped the gun a little bit, but we'll see. Quick update on the tropics. Remember, yesterday was September 10th, which was the climatological statistical peak of the hurricane season. And now we have a little area of interest here. So this one, it's a low chance right now. It's a 30% chance of development. And obviously it's way out there over the MDR, the main development region. The latest European ensemble, relatively aggressive in bringing this up to at least a tropical depression. So these are the odds of a tropical depression forming over the next 10 days. We'll keep an eye on that, but early signs, maybe this could be another candidate to kind of recurve and stay off the East Coast. As far as other areas to watch, this spot down here in the Southern Caribbean, always a zone to watch this time of the year. But, as far as the Gulf or any threat to Texas, still I'm not seeing anything, at least not over the next 7 to 10 days. Here's our 6 to 10 day temperature outlook. As I showed you the blend of models earlier, we're just going to get in this very persistent forecast that's going to be hotter than normal, so a pretty high likelihood of warmer than normal weather from now September 16th into September 20th. And during that same time frame, the precip outlook is favoring us with drier than normal weather. Again, I know I just spent some time talking about small rain chances. I think it's very possible we go the next 10 to 14 days and really don't have any measurable precipitation in Austin. So here's the data off the European model, and look, it's not much you can say about that. We had our little false fall mornings, and now it is second summer. So this would take us through the 25th of September, still with no signs of any big cold front or any additional cool down. And likewise, here's the data off the GFS model. It's even trying to show some triple digits later on this month. And while I don't have that in my forecast right now, we certainly can still have triple digits into late September, even well into October. As we know, we can have triple digits. Remember, we had that around ACL time last year, week 2 of ACL. And then I always like to end with the blend of models here. Again, this is pretty close to what the forecast will look like when we put that together later on today. Highs will be mid to upper 90s over the next several days, and then maybe the numbers dip slightly just into the mid 90s for Sunday into most of next week. Mornings are going to be in the low 70s, and again, as far as rain, we'll watch a little bit of a rain chance Friday, Saturday, but unless something changes, I'm not seeing any sort of major rain opportunity or really anything too eventful going on in this forecast. So that's the update I have for you. I appreciate it. Y'all have a good rest of your day, and I will talk to y'all later.